Ah, you're here. Good. We've got a problem. A big one. The controller chip for our water purification system has given up the ghost. Can't make another one, and the process is too complicated for a workaround system. Simply put, we're running out of drinking water. No water, no vault. This is crucial to our survival. And frankly, I think you're the only hope we have. You need to go find us another controller chip. We estimate we have 4 to 5 months before the vault runs out of water. We need that chip. We marked your map with the location of another vault. Not a bad place to start, I think. Look, just be safe, okay?
Welcome to the Vault 13 demo. In my own opinion, an incredible passion project created by the Vault 13 development team, a large team of extremely talented artists, modders and developers who have released an upcoming total conversion mod for Fallout 4 that remakes and reimagines Fallout 1 in the Fallout 4 engine. The demo released back on August 9th of this year as an early access preview to gather feedback from players. In this demo, you will be able to explore a fully realized version of the Inyo, the first of 5 open world areas that will be in the full version of the mod. You will be able to begin the classic Fallout journey, revisit several locations from the original game, Vault 13, Vault 15, Shady Sands, and the Can Base, and explore everywhere in between. For fans of the Fallout series who never got to experience the original Fallout 1 back in 1997, the original Fallout 1 was a trimetric perspective turn-based game that had you, the Vault Dweller from Vault 13, venture out into the wasteland to retrieve a replacement water chip from one of the nearby vaults, Vault 15. However, as you discover that Vault 15 was abandoned and left in ruins, you explore the wasteland to not only discover another vault that has a replacement chip, but you discover that the wasteland has turned into a landscape of horror and despair, as people have been kidnapped and turned into super mutants from the forced evolutionary virus by the super mutants leader, the Master. The original game brought you to locations across Southern California, from locations like Shady Sands, Junktown, the Mariposa military base and more, locations born out of the conflict of nuclear war in the world of Fallout. And the team of Vault 13 have given us a beautiful taste of a reimagined and fully realized 3D world, from the desolate community of Shady Sands to the dilapidated interiors of Vault 15, the horrific and despairing Can Base. Every location has been meticulously handcrafted to give players an incredible introduction to the birthplace of the world of Fallout. However, it doesn't stop there. The team have also brought back the original leveling system and skill system. With this mod, you'll experience the authentic Fallout RPG mechanics with a completely overhauled leveling system that mirrors the original game's complexity and depth. The mod also reintroduces the classic traits, perks and skill systems from the original Fallout game, and to be honest, you will definitely need to spend a little bit of time deciding what perks and traits to use, because depending on what traits you use, the hardcore element of this mod will either reward you or will punish you. As this demo only features one of 5 playable open world areas, which the final product will come with, it's safe to say that once the full product is released, your traits and skills will play an important factor with the scenarios that you get into, which kinda gives you a taste of the original hardcore elements of Fallout 1. Speaking of hardcore elements, you'll also find that with most Fallout games, you can recruit companions, and with this mod, you can recruit people such as Ian, similar to Fallout 1. However, the difference here is that if your companions take enough damage, they'll eventually die. That's it, they're gone, you can't bring them back. Well, unless you load up a previous save or use some console commands to bring them back to life. But this really brings to life some of the hardcore elements that the team have reintroduced from the original Fallout game. Moving on from that, I want to take a little bit of time to touch on the impressive reimagining of some of the locations and even intro sequences that the team have recreated. You'll instantly find that once you boot up the game, you'll be introduced to the Overseer of Vault 13, and he'll instruct you to head out into the wasteland to retrieve the water chip from Vault 15. You'll also find that there might be a lack of voice lines, which we'll discuss in a few moments, but you'll then find yourself leaving the vault in the same way that you did back in Fallout 1, but compared to the original, which was just entirely cutscenes, you'll get to experience all of this in its 3D form. As you eventually discover the town of Shady Sands, you'll find that all of the buildings, from the design and the layout to the exact same spawn points that the NPCs had in the original game, are all the exact same, which is absolutely incredible, and definitely the nostalgia hit that if you remember playing the original game will probably be looking for. Circling back to what I previously mentioned, the mod unfortunately doesn't come with any voice acting, and just to quickly note, the voice acting that you heard during the intro, that was just a bit of editing on my part, just for the purpose of the intro, just to include the original voice lines from the Overseer of Vault 13. But instead, any NPCs you come across will feature placeholder blank voice lines that can be skipped. So a lot of the interactions that you have with NPCs such as Aradesh, the leader of Shady Sands, won't come with any voice dialogue. The team have mentioned that this was a deliberate decision driven by several key factors in their development process. Initially, their workflow for integrating voice acting proved much more time consuming than anticipated, which posed significant delays and led to the decision to not include voice acting in the demo, as they opted to focus on ensuring that other elements of the game were polished and fully functional. However, they've made it clear that the full version of Fallout Vault 13 will feature voice acting. Shameless self-plug, and if the team of Vault 13 ever see this video, my services are available for any voice acting work, as I've done a bit of voice acting for several incredible fan-made Fallout projects and podcasts in the community. So if you're looking for some "what are you looking at, smooth skin" lines, or even "super mutant kill puny human" vibes, you can email me at the following address. Taking a look at some of the weapons that you'll find on your travels, the team have provided some really cool reimagined weapons from the original game. You'll find that upon looting the locker before you exit the vault, you'll find the classic 10mm pistol, a weapon that you'll mainly have with you for a large portion of the demo until you find other weapons. From the reload animations to the design, it looks fantastic, and depending on how you spec your character, can definitely pack a punch. You'll also find the 10mm submachine gun, a fantastic submachine gun for any small weapons or SMG kind of build. The Desert Eagle, which you can find once you've discovered the can base, and to be honest, looks and performs quite well. And of course, as you explore and loot different locations and enemies, you'll find an array of other weapons and gear that you can get your hands on. Lastly, I want to take some time to acknowledge the sheer size and scale of the map that comes with the demo. Even during my travels, I had to take a look at the Pip-Boy to get an understanding of how large the world space was. Because compared to the original game, fast traveling between one major location to the next was something that was quite instantaneous, bar the various combat engagements that you might have come across. But considering the demo has been remade in the Fallout 4 engine, you need to walk and run to every location, and to be honest, it does take a bit of time until you've discovered every location and can fast travel back and forth. But the world space created here is firstly incredible, but also massive, and I have to give props to the team for the impressive work that they put into the environment and also the feeling the world gives you as you travel across the scorching hot desert. But as impressive as the world is, the team have also included some world interactions that will help you out in some scenarios when it comes to particular quests. Now, for the purpose of not spoiling everything, as I assume that people want to discover things in the demo for themselves, I won't be covering every interaction, but one cool example is that upon entering Vault 15, you'll need to make your way down further into the vault, either by picklocking doors or hacking terminals. But one cool feature is that when you come across some elevator shafts, you can use rope to propel down into the lower levels of the vault, and this is something that if you don't have rope with you, or you can't picklock or hack terminals, you'll need to go back to different vendors in the likes of Shady Sands and buy some, which I thought was really cool. But on a side note, you might find some other world interactions if you head over to a particular cave infested by rand scorpions. Just saying. But overall, I have to give this mod the pineapple seal of approval, as this mod is definitely something that you want to download and try for yourself, as I firmly believe that once the full mod is released, this is definitely going to be one of the best full-fledged remake mods that we've come to see in the Fallout modding space. And I say one of the best, that's because we have other mods on the way from incredibly talented modding teams from the likes of the Fallout 4 New Vegas team, who as of right now are working on recreating the entirety of Fallout New Vegas in the Fallout 4 engine. And we've other incredible mods from the Capital Wasteland team who already have mods that you can play right now that feature DLCs from the stories of Fallout 3, from the Point Lookout mod, and also the upcoming The Pit mod. But that brings us to the end of today's video. I've already expressed how incredible this mod is, and I highly encourage you that if you own a copy of Fallout 4 on Steam or even on GOG, to download this mod and try it for yourself. I will note that if you're experiencing any issues or need help installing the mod, to either navigate to the forum section on the Vault 13 mod page on Nexus mods, or by joining the Vault 13 Discord server and leaving your feedback and questions there, and a link to both sources will be available in the description, along with a link to the mod itself. However, if you found today's video informative and enjoyable, consider giving the video a like, and consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos. To our channel members and subscribers, thank you for your continued support and helping the channel to grow. If you're picking up anything over on the Bethesda Gear Store and you'd like to support the channel, you can use my creator code BTV1324 until September 15th to receive 20% off your entire purchase. Until next time, stay safe out there in the wasteland, welcome to Vault 93, and I'll catch you all in the next video.